hear me out. I swear to God I'm not drinking, but Charlie White has just scored a hat-trick. So make of that what you will. Hi guys, and welcome to the Wimbledon vs Sunderland match review. So Sunderland have just won by 3 goals to 0 down at Plough Lane away from home against Wimbledon with a Charlie White hat-trick. 2 words that they just should never be in the same sentence together, should they? But no, obviously fair play to him. But I think that result, that scoreline, flatters us dramatically. It really does. It's criminal how bad that looks on Wimbledon, who I thought were better than us. They're probably thinking, Jesus Christ, you've just won 3-0 away from home. Jamsarny, are you going to find a way to complain still? You're damn right. You're damn right, because I feel as though they should have paid me to watch that shit, because that was shocking. That was absolutely shocking. Only the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes were any good, because the rest of it, we were garbage. But anyway, getting into it, we did start with Burge in goal. We had Bailey Wright and Willis in the middle of defence. We had Max Power returning again at right back. McFadden on the left. Then we had Ledbetter, Scowen, Embleton, McGeady, and then O'Brien with Wyke up top. It was that sort of 4-2-2-2 again. So anyway, getting into the game, the opening 5, 6, 7 minutes or so, I actually thought we're looking decent here. We're controlling it. We're getting at them. We're making chances, little half chances here and there. Then 7 minutes goes, and Embleton, nice work, really good close control, managing to nick him between a couple of Wimbledon defenders, and he plays it in behind. I think it's Power, I could be wrong there, but I think it is Power who gets the byline, but puts it back across goal. It's literally a yard out, and Charlie White sort of bundles it over the line to make it 1-0. So I'm thinking, great, we're looking great now. Keep going, let's smash him. It was anything but great. It was probably the worst game of football I've ever seen in my life. It makes me feel hungover, is what it makes me feel. No, but in all seriousness, the second we scored that first goal, it almost deflated us. We took our foot off the gas. The first half, we were still in control of the game, I would say. But, or at least, I don't think Wimbledon necessarily looked better than us. Both teams looked really poor, but we couldn't string a pass together. Or we were taking far too long on the ball. You know, there would be the odd time where you'd see someone off the ball making a half-decent run. I'm thinking to ping it to him now, quick. He's got acres of space. But no, they get the foot on the ball, hold on to it, and then the pass will be blocked off, or if the pass is attempted, it's going straight out of play. The amount of times Ledbetter and Scowen just passed it straight out of play, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And in terms of movement itself, and you're probably thinking, Joel, how the hell are you going to complain about Charlie White? He's just scored a hat-trick. But I swear to God, guys, I'm not just giving him shit for the sake of it, and I will let him off somewhat because he has scored a hat-trick. But if you watch the full 90 minutes, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. He actually, for someone who scored a hat-trick, he played shit. He was really, really shit for the majority of the game. Soft as shit. He was looking to be marked. No movement off the ball. But he did end up somehow getting a hat-trick still. But the first half was dire. I actually fell asleep at half-time for a good 10 minutes. Luckily, I woke up just before the second half. It was that bad. I've never done that before. I woke up just in time for the second half. And it was sort of, I would say more of the same, but worse. Because it was exactly that. Wimbledon controlled and dominated, I think, that the majority of that second half. We could barely get it out of our own half, and when we did, we were absolutely diabolical. Again, failing to make a couple of passes, taking far too long to make any decisions, and the decisions that were made were the wrong decisions. Again, there's no real movement. An hour in, we saw the new lad, Winchester, who was put in more of an advanced role, which I didn't expect. He got a couple of touches here and there. He didn't really do anything wrong, but he didn't really have much to do, given that he was in a more advanced role, and we were pretty much defending for about 95% of that second half. There was one time we did actually fall to him on the edge of the box. Loads of space. I'm thinking, oh my God, he's going to have a crack. He's going to score a worldie on his debut. But no, I think his confidence will come in time, because he kind of held on to it a bit too long. Then he put it out wide for Power to put a cross in, which inevitably didn't go anywhere. But Wimbledon made chances of their own. Burge got called into action a couple of times. We defended very well, it has to be said. Willis, in particular, I think was really, really good today. Very good. Some very good last-ditch challenges. Very good in the air. He brought us forward sometimes when no one else was doing it. I think he was brilliant. But I think our midfield was awful. It was so bad. Ledbetter, for me, who I've bigged up so much this season, I'm rightly so, deservedly so, because he's been brilliant. But I'm going to still critique people, even if we do win. I'm not going to hide it and say that we were amazing just because we won 3-0, which for me sounds crazy that I'm complaining. But it's true, the game was shocking. But it was about 5 minutes, 85 minutes gone. Corner comes in, and it was the first corner we'd actually just put into the frigging box because Ledbetter all day was trying these short corners, and then we'd lose the ball immediately. Then Bailey Wright and the big lads, Bailey Wright, Willis, they have to get back because they've come all the way up. Get the big lads up, try and get ahead on it. Then he'd play it short to Power, or he'd give it back to Ledbetter, and he'd lose the ball, and then they'd go on the counter attack, and that happened literally like 4 or 5 times. But the first time he actually puts it into the box, it's a decent ball, it's out swinging. And White connects with it beautifully on the volley and lashes it home to make it 2-0. And I thought, I actually feel sorry for Wimbledon here because that was one of the first times we actually managed to get into their half. All of that second half, in that second period. But Maguire did come on, just before that, and I actually do believe he changed the game for me. He just slots into these little holes that no one else is quite intelligent enough to fit into, even though there's space and there's pockets of space that are just screaming to be occupied by Sunderland players, but they just make it easy far too easy for Wimbledon. Like I said, like Charlie Wyke himself, there's times where we'd have a throw in, just for a little example, we'd have a throw in, and he'd already be in space and he'd be free, and I'm thinking, yeah, give it to Wyke, but then Wyke could run to a Wimbledon player to be marked. Do you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, what the hell are you doing? Are you an idiot? Do you know what I'm saying? He was looking to be marked, like he didn't want to take responsibility and get himself involved in the game. And that's me talking about someone who scored a hat-trick, so what do I know? Do you know what I mean? But then we did break. Again, I think at this point, Wimbledon just sort of collapsed. They had bodies, they commit bodies forward. I think they were lagging. Their heads were down, and rightly so, because they deserved something from that game. A draw at least, Wimbledon. But after that second goal, they collapsed. We managed to slide Charlie in again, and it was a lovely finish, sliding him in behind their defence, and he dinks it over their oncoming keeper to make it 3-0, and then that's the game done. So, it was a very, very good result. A very good result, but a god-awful performance somehow. Yet we won 3-0. So I'm not going to complain. Let's have a look at the league table now, because I know if we won today, we would have gone up to 6th, I believe. But because we won by 3-0, I think it may be a bit higher. Maybe? Am I wrong? Oh, no, I'm wrong. Because the 3 o'clock kickoffs have just started, so we are now in 8th. But even so, it's looking a lot better. It's looking healthy. We're getting back amongst the pack. We're not slipping away. But yeah, I think that was a bit of a flattering scoreline for us, 3-0. But well played, Charlie Wyke. Obviously, the 3 chances he got himself, he took them all. So that you can't really ask much more of a striker. It's just more of other aspects of his game that's very, very frustrating. I will give my man of the match to Charlie Wyke simply because he scored a hat-trick. I kind of want to give it to Willis because he put in a real shift today, and Charlie Wyke didn't do much other than his goals, which, I'm sorry, it sounds like I keep complaining about him, but either way, it's Charlie Wyke, and I'm going to complain. Yeah, so we won 3-0. It's a very, very good scoreline. It's a very, very good 3 points away from home, but those performances need to be improved drastically and quickly because we're taking Plymouth next, and if we play like that again, we can't ride our luck and somehow come away with a 3-0 win. But anyway, you guys let me know down below who your man of the match was and what you think of the game in general. But if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care and stay jam it.